that defence.
Yeah, like in the first game, I think Tip was supposed to rule the chances that they kind of missed. They got some great chances the first day, and likewise early on yesterday, Bubbles the Wire put across a great ball to Patrick Bonner. Took that ball, took it up well, and took that to the Kilkenny defence. But fair play to O'Murphy, he came off his line very quick there. But that was a great opportunity there, and could have really got a tip off to a tonic start. He pulled the ball back, Bonner took it on lovely. But Kilkenny was sworn back in numbers, got numbers back around and covered it off, and Owen Murphy was very quick off his line, as he has been all year. Likewise in this one, a good ball in by Gerard Ryan, split to defence, Bubbles laid it off to Shamey Callan. Looked at this stage of Shamey, I'd say thought he was away, but this is a massive defender from JJ Delaney. Terrific hook, you know, he didn't give up the chase, kept on believing and kept going after it, and if ever it was a class piece of defending there, and JJ just kept going and going and going, and I'd say Shamey Callan probably thought he was away. He probably maybe should have shortened the swing a small bit, but that was a great opportunity for a tip goal. But great credit to JJ Delaney. It's not the first time he's done that in his career.
There's that. Yeah. That's what we're looking at there. That hook. It's one for the ages. Yeah. To get back, to have, I suppose, the discipline and the skill to be able to hook. Seamus Callan in that situation was absolutely top class.
Likewise there, Shamey Callan at the end of the game, great chance in. Mickey Cal put in Shamey Callan, and again the defenders are back in numbers. You see the numbers back, and Owen Murphy quick off his line, and Paul Murphy there.
But what you can see as well there, Michael, is you can see like they were in protect mode, because every time it was Michael Walsh or it was Padraig Walsh that was coming back to pick the break, it was Conor Fogarty coming back. I would say for the last 3 weeks in training, Brian Cody has told his midfielders and half-backs, as soon as you see the ball going in, you hear back in there and you get in and you support your full back line. And I think that was a feature of their game yesterday that they didn't have 3 weeks previous.
Yeah, no, they had huge work rate, but they funneled back in numbers, you know. But they showed huge appetite for work. Every time Tipper were attacking, they were able to get back down the field, and Conor Fogarty played that role brilliantly yesterday as a defensive midfielder.
As did the half-back line, because you singled them out, didn't you?
Yeah, look, I thought our half-back line was absolutely fantastic yesterday, and they really got on a huge amount of ball. Pádraig Welch came in, he had played there during the league, he played there in the league final as well, but he was fantastic. Yeah, he reminded me of his older brother Tommy. He mopped up ball, great hand in the air, but such a natural hurler, instinctive and very, very strong in the air for not a big man, you know. Terrific take there again, and he done this all day, and he got on a huge amount of possessions, but he was very positive. Kieran Joyce came in centre back, you know, he was rock solid there yesterday. A terrific duel with Bonner, and certainly this coming out with this ball, it bats it down here to Killian Buckley, and the two of them linked up well, and it was very smart play. Kieran Joyce comes onto this one here, attacks this ball. It just shows the kind of bullish attitude he had all day. He was driving, he was leading there, and you just see the support play. He wins the free here, and it's critical, and the players get around him and rally him, and they see the job he was doing, because he was coming in out of the cold at centre back. Killian Buckley had just a terrific year for Kilkenny, really settling in at number 7, and some of his fielding yesterday was spectacular. But Kilkenny really owned that half-back line, and they really laid a foundation from there and drove on. And Killian Buckley, again, another great take out of the air. So they showed some great skills on some great aerial ball, and really were the platform for the victory yesterday.
I think Tip fell down a bit in terms of strategy and tactics there yesterday. In terms of, if you look at all the high balls that were played into the Kilkenny defence, and they dominated the high ball, Tipperary would have been much better served by trying to work the ball through the lines,
which they also struggled with, I suppose. One of the other talking points that emerged was a penalty again. And you have the stat for the penalties this year in the Championship, Liam.
Yeah, look, I mean,
You're on the committee, by the way, that's looking at rules, just to explain to people.
Well, it's going on, obviously, since the end of May, when, you know, obviously Stephen O'Keefe ran out at Anthony Nash, and we had this going on, and, like, you know, obviously he was left with a fairly big scar in his leg as a result, and they were worried about where the next scar was going to be, to be honest with you. It was quite dangerous. But we maybe felt, you know, immediately afterwards, you know, Joe Canning and Patrick Horgan, you see them there, they managed to put the ball in the back of the net. But now we've had a situation in the Leinster final, first half, you know, match is very much 50-50, and Conor Keaney decides to put the ball over the bar. We had 2 of them the last day, again, where John O'Dwyer went for goal, and actually if Owen Murphy hadn't to stop it, TJ Reid was going to stop it, so there was no way it was going in. And again yesterday, like, I mean, people were saying, why didn't they go for the goal? The reality is, since those 2 penalties were scored, there's been 8 penalties in Senior Hurling Championship, and none of them have been scored. So what Shamey Callan done yesterday was he went with a percentage, which was, the likelihood is that if I go for goal here, it's going to be stopped.
2 out of 11 in this
2 out of 10.
2 out of 10 this year's championship were scored.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people after us making that point as well. Why didn't Tipperary go for a goal? But, you know, to be fair to Shamey Callan, the odds of scoring now, it's such a hard thing to do. There needs to be something done. It has to be changed. I'm in favour of making it 1v1.
Okay.
Seems to be unless you have a really dedicated penalty taker like Patrick Horgan, Joe Canning, you don't have the benefit unless you have a proven kind of goal getter from a penalty. You know,
So
unless you have that.
It suits the canny corner back really at the moment, doesn't it?
It does, I suppose. If you're keeping off
You admit it.
Yeah.
Pity that wasn't around in my day, Des. We had to myself and Liam were playing with to play the ball. You know?
Listen, we should acknowledge it was a great day for one family, for all Kilkenny families, obviously, but for the Powers and Carrickshock, for the two lads to score goals in the All-Ireland final is special, isn't it?
Yeah, terrific day for the Power family from Carrickshock. You know, great day from two popping up a goal. You see this one from Richie there, an absolute fantastic take in the air. He just positioned himself so well. A great sideline ball in from Mick Fennelly. He holds himself in the air, gets in the right position of Kieran Berrigan, gets up across him, gets the hand up, and Richie Power very strong in the air. But is the composure then to come down with a balance and to finish past Darren Leeson and giving him no chance. And for John Power to come in All-Ireland final, Kilkenny still had a lot of work to do here. To put James Barry under a lot of pressure, John Power and Colin Fennelly, they worked it in along the end line out to Owen Larkin. You saw John Power inside, and John Power, lovely flick, and he's very unlucky there not to flick it in first time. But Mick Fennelly done great to get that ball back. And John Power was very good to pooch a goal, was in the right place at the right time, and a great time for him to score his first championship goal. So the first family of brothers to score a goal in an All-Ireland since the Dooleys in '94. So a great record for the Powers, and for them to contribute 2-1 there yesterday is nice return.
And I think obviously, like, you know, for Richie Power, he's been key to them. I mean, he was a goal threat when he came in against Limerick. He nearly found the back of the net against Limerick. He got 2 goals the last day, and he got another goal again. And you know, really, when you're into the big matches, if you can score goals, you have a real chance to win in the game. And like, his 2 goals the last day and his goal coupled with John's yesterday, I mean, they ultimately decided the game as well at the end.
And for a guy who wasn't even on the panel at the start of the year,
Some impact. Brian Cody, tributes have been paid to him already for what he's achieved, but for Henry Shefflin, Henry the 10th at last. Now, Mick, you've been alongside him from here. That's you in the front left here on a minor team.
Yeah, that's a long time ago. It is. I'm hiding down the front there, and Henry's at the back there, the back corner. Yeah, you know, it's look, it was an absolute pleasure to have played with Henry for the years I did. But testament to me yesterday, I think it's fitting that he was to get his 10th All-Ireland medal and he stand alone, because I suppose the journey he's been on now in the last couple of years with injuries and that, but he's just shown total kind of dedication and to the cause and total commitment to be still doing it. And it was great for him there yesterday to get the just rewards, to get on the field of play, and he really contributed there in the last few minutes as well. So the initial drawing game, he only got 4 minutes, but he came on, he had an impact there yesterday. He broke down some good ball, and it's fitting for him, I suppose, for
and that
to pick up his 10th.
We had earlier, Michael, that he has more All-Ireland medals than championship defeats in a career that started in 19. Isn't that incredible?
Yeah, it's hard to believe. You know, he's only lost 9 championship games, and to have 10 All-Ireland medals, you know, it's a huge honour for him, and I suppose it's a privilege to be in this era to say that we witnessed all those victories.
Myself and Michael were watching the match early on. I think he was slagging me. I think we all nearly know the words of the Rose of Mankind at this stage. We're hearing it so often above the Croke Park.
Yeah. All right, well, listen, we've lots more covered. That was how this year's All-Ireland Hurling replay was won.